got rid of any question whether or not they were going to make it. India, on the other side, again, in hindsight, you always see these things that you can go back and look at, right? So this match against the Netherlands, India scored 193 at a loss of 6, but then they gave up 176 to the Netherlands. That's, I mean, obviously with hindsight, you go back and you're like, yeah, that's a little alarming. I mean, nobody really did major damage. The highest scorer for the Netherlands had 33, Bas de Leede. But everybody did a little bit in the end, taking the Netherlands to 176. They saved Bumrah. He didn't bowl a full 4. He did bowl 3, took out a wicket, gave up 17. But Hardik Pandya was hit hard. 3 overs, 40 runs, 13.3 economy. And Abhishek Sharma, a single over, but gave up 10. Shivam Dubey, 3 overs, 35. Did take 2 wickets, but 11.66 economy. It's always gonna look a little questionable, and after the results of today, looks really questionable. All right, West Indies destroyed Italy, 165 to 123. We get to Thursday. Sri Lanka lost to Zimbabwe. Yeah. That one did it. I mean, look, Zimbabwe was already in, but after they were sitting at 2-1, 2-1 with a no result. I'm sorry, 2-0. 2-0 with no result. So they were sitting at 5 points. They'd already eliminated Australia, but that was a big statement win against the previously undefeated Sri Lanka, who were also 3-0. And then Zimbabwe beats them. Look, they caught them in the 20th over, right? Target of 179, they get to 182. But they still had 6 wickets in hand, man. They kind of controlled it. Afghanistan, in a meaningless match against Canada, put up 200 at a loss of 4, and Canada was all done at 118. Afghanistan wins this one by 82. We get to Friday, and Australia in a completely meaningless match. They'd been eliminated from their group. Zimbabwe and Sri Lanka had moved on to the Super 8s. We'll get to West Indies and England in a little bit. Both of those moved up from Group C. And, of course, India and Pakistan moved up to the Super 8s from Group A. The last group, South Africa and New Zealand, both moving on to the Super 8s. So in a meaningless game, they got Oman all done at 104 and then caught them at a loss of only 1 wicket in the 10th over. So didn't even need half of the deliveries. Caught it 108, 104, winning this one. Last match. And then we get to Saturday morning. And this is, I wish I had more time. I've only got about 4 minutes to talk about this. I might, I'll spare our listeners because I've raved about this, ranted about this across the years. It's just insane in this day and age, in 2026, for matches of this magnitude. Look, regular round robin, early on, it's important. It's important because the points matter, and you're determining who moves on to the Super 8s. So it shouldn't even happen there. It definitely should not be happening in the Super 8s. First match of the Super 8s, New Zealand, Pakistan, right? So here we go. The Super 8 group has England, New Zealand, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. All good teams. Teams that showed up. Pakistan had a bad day against India, but looked decent otherwise. England looked really good. Sri Lanka looked really good before losing to Zimbabwe. And New Zealand looked good, right? This is a good group. I think an opportunity to win and get those 2 points should be available to everybody and not just be at the mercy of the weather. But here we go. Pakistan's match, first match of the Super 8s, yesterday morning, just kept getting delayed, and eventually, after 2.5 or 3 hours of delays, they just said, you know what, we're calling it. That was in Colombo. They're gonna get rains. It happens. You gotta bake in days, man. You gotta have makeup days or an indoor option, whatever it is. In this day and age, the fact that a match gets abandoned and each team getting a point, it's just not acceptable at all. In the other match, we've talked ad nauseum about the two matches. Off the two matches today, we've talked about South Africa and India, where South Africa just finished destroying India 187-111. In the other match, finished earlier, England beat Sri Lanka and beat them pretty badly. They only scored 146, so good bowling by Sri Lanka. But England's bowling was a little bit better. A little bit better. After scoring 146 at a loss of 9, yeah, I mean, that Sri Lanka bowling attack is good. Walarage got 3 wickets in 4 overs, economy of 6.5. Madhushanka, 2 wickets in 4 overs, 25 for an economy of 6.25. And Mahesh Theekshana, economy of 5.25 with 2 wickets. So, yeah, they've got a good bowling attack, but man, England's bowling just absolutely mowed down the Sri Lanka batting. It wasn't until the captain coming in at 5 down, I think, who scored 30 off of 24 to make it respectable, if you can call 95 all out respectable. In the 17th over, Sri Lanka was all done, 95 all out, and everybody in the English bowling attack did a little bit. Jofra Archer, 2 wickets, 3 overs. Will Jacks, 4 overs, 3 wickets. Liam Dawson, 4 overs, 2 wickets. Adil Rashid, 3.4 overs, 2 wickets. And Jamie Overton, 2 overs, 13 runs, and a wicket. Everybody got in on the action, and England absolutely destroys Sri Lanka. And now England is sitting on top of Group 2 of the Super 8s with 2 points because they got to play their match, and New Zealand and Pakistan are second and third, or really tied for second, because they each got a 1 point and 0 net run rate. So here we go. Big matches coming up. New Zealand plays Sri Lanka next, and then England. Pakistan plays England next, then Sri Lanka. And look, I understand the argument that folks, the defenders of the weather delays and weather canceled games, are going to make. They're going to say, look, all they have to do is win their next 2. Yeah, but I mean, the fans paid money to watch a match. These teams got ready to play a match. In this day and age, you've got to take the time to make up a weather-related delay to a match. That's all I'm saying, and I'm gonna stick to it. This is a hill I'm gonna die on. Not really. It's not that serious. It's just sports. But yeah, man. In this day and age, weather should not be the determining factor of who moves on. But here we are. All right, it's time for another break. You're listening to the Sports Spotlight with Rizwan. We're going to come back and we're going to swivel the spotlight away from the cricket oval onto some other sports. We're going to do some rapid fire, a few sports we're going to touch in the next 25 minutes, and then we'll be wrapping up for the day. Right now, here's a few words from our sponsors, and then you will be back with more Sports Spotlight right here on Radio Azad with Rizwan.